Hey, my name is Percivierre Whitmore, and I'm here to share some keys with you in my new section of my podcast, Why Flint? What's happening in Flint? How's it impacting the youth? How's it impacting our dreamers, our visionaries? So go ahead, check this podcast out. Go ahead, watch. Let's do this. We got to talk. We got to talk, man. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. First of all, let me give credit to where credit is due. We got some great organizations out there. We got Genesee County Health Parks. We got Roof Mod. We got the Mod Foundation. We got Crim. We got Sean Hart, Involved Dad. We got George Conway with Revamp Health. We got Explore. We got Shit Keys. We got all these other great businesses out there. But let me tell y'all something. The reason, first of all, let's back this up. So I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm about to tell y'all how is Flint, why is Flint, who is Flint, and how is it impacting us? Well, basically, let me just say this. How does Flint impact the youth? I mean, you hear about the water. You hear about, man, it's the dangerous place in the world. But let me tell you something. What's more dangerous than a gun is an uncontrolled mind. Because you got to have something behind that gun to pull that trigger, man. You got to have something. Something went wrong. Something happened. It's not even something went wrong. Something initiated the fact that I have to take something in order to get something. So let's talk, man. I invite you to the table. Sit down. Do what you need to do. Let's talk. Let's dive in. So how does Flint impact the youth? So I've been in Flint for it's been 10 plus years. Okay, let's just put it like that. I've been in the school system. I've been in the school system where you've thought that your school is about to get closed down each year. Yes, you thought that your school was about to get closed down each year. And it's a fear of not only the students, but it's a fear for the staff, the students. It's crazy for a student to not only feel the impact of home, but also the teachers feel the impact of the community. Now, Percy, what does that mean to me? So when you are in school, you're walking around and you barely have supplies, you barely have these things, and that teachers are coming out of their pockets to provide for you, man, that says a whole lot. And I was blessed to have a school where they didn't just teach out of the books. They taught out of the book of life. Man, I'm trying to tell you, that school was great. Shout out to Mott Middle High School. Keep it going, keep it running. But let me tell you something. So the city of Flint, how is it affecting the youth? So we're talking about school. We're talking about, let's talk about this. Let's talk about dreams. So somebody in my program, he, I'll share his name when he wants me to. But I'm going to tell you this. He was in my program. He is in my program, and he brought up something super crazy. And so he brought up something that is up for question, and I want you to think about it. So he said that in urban communities, we are taught to respect authority and that there is a distance. Of course, I'm putting my little swing on it. But in his words, he said that, and then in the affluent areas, we are taught to challenge authority and be in the same room, which gives me the opportunity as a young person to open my mind to possibilities that maybe I'm not confined to one area. Woo, I'm not confined to one area. Don't we not like it when we are told what to do? So maybe that's the reason why kids act up in public schools or being so rambunctious, because they don't want to be confined to one thing, bro. So maybe it's not that they're a bad kid or they have an attitude or that there's something's going on. Things do happen like that. Don't get me wrong. Some kids do have attitudes and you deal with them according to how the school has it laid out. But let me tell you something. This community, these schools, these kids aren't bad. these kids are actually more open than any other generation has. This generation is asking why. Why is it like this? Why do I have to grow up in a community where it's always I need, and never, oh, we got too much. We got too much money. How are we gonna use it? Oh, it's not that. It's, oh, y'all, we got too much of this, so it's gonna cause us to do that and not be able to do this because we don't have that. Man, y'all, I grew up in a school where we didn't even have a gym teacher. A gym teacher, a physical education requirement. Thank God we were on a college campus. But let me tell you something, this school and the way these communities are set up, you're trying to figure out how can we impact these young people? How can we listen to these young people? How can we be able to bring these kids back into the school system? Well, let me tell you something. The first thing is that you got to listen to them. Mic check. Oh, mic check 1 2. Yep. You hear me? Yep. Yeah. I said it. I said that you need to listen to these young people. Listen to what they have to say. If they want to go in a certain direction, if they want to do YouTube, help them how to do YouTube. It's not just brick and mortar jobs. Now we are becoming, I'm trying to tell you, I tell people wherever I go in the city of Flint, that city of Flint is going to be, in the next 10 years, is soon to become a entrepreneur city. Don't tell me I didn't tell you. So the thing is that, okay, Percy, we hear that the schools are affected. We hear that these things are happening. So what's happening? Like, how did this happen? And so I believe being here, of course, everybody has their own different perspectives, but I'm on the mic and I'm gonna tell you mine. So what I've been taught, especially within the school system, is that GM left, and basically our economic system was built upon GM, General Motors, that we were built upon them. And so with them leaving so-called Flint in distress, the thing is that prior generations did not pick up the pieces. Yes, as a generation, you were responsible for picking up the pieces for that community. If you are not helping your community, you need to go. You hear me? If you are not helping your community, if you are not feeding what is feeding you, then you are living in a symbiotic relationship. You are living in something that is leeching off of you. Either your community is leeching off of you or you are leeching off of your community. It needs to be a relationship. It needs to be a give and take, dog. It needs to be something where you can help each other, man. Because right now, our communities has been given to us so much through GM. It's been given, and now it's time for us to give back. But not a lot of people like to do that. Not in urban communities. It's the fact that we don't even have. It's so sad because we always talk about, man, we didn't have this, man, we didn't have that, man, we didn't have this. And then you hear about the prior generations that are like, man, we were able to drive to school. We were driving when we was 14, 16. We had pools in our school. We had a whole campus, man. We had a whole thing. Y'all ain't got that. I think that's how old people are. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if that's real. But anyways, back to the point. Flint is in a pivotal point. And there's a reason why I brought up those organizations, because they are doing something, and I give kudos to those, even if I haven't mentioned their name. I give kudos to those who are out there doing something big, making an impact. And so this brings me back to my point. So Percy, why did you say all this? Why did you say everything about Flint? Why Flint? What's going on? How are we going to rebrand it? First of all, I'm going to tell you that Share the Keys needs to be a part of this picture. If you want to be able to rebrand Flint, if you want to be able to help and share and be able to identify these key components of these young people, Share the Keys is a part of that picture. This organization that I've created by the grace of God, and he has helped me all the way, especially with my family and support systems. We have collaborated and put something together that has literally broken down how young men understand and how young people want to receive information. I'm going to tell you something, and this is to all school systems. This is to everybody. If you want to be able to move forward in a relationship with your youth, with your organization, or anybody, you first must listen and be able to move and act upon those things. I know you can't make promises, but at least make at least some of it true and act upon some of it. Because Share the Keys, this is what we do. We help young men to collaboratively overcome the struggle of communicating their ideas, values, and visions to begin to sustain their legacy. Because guess what? In Flint right now, they say that we don't have a legacy. Young people are dying left and right, y'all. It's sad. It's sad, man. Friends left and right are dying. Dudes not even older than 16, 17 years old. They haven't even gone to college yet. They haven't even experienced high school. And you trying to tell me that you want me to be great and you want me to get all these A's and B's and I can't even see the greatness? You're trying to teach me how to create a building or a masterpiece when I don't even have a canvas or something to paint with. How can I paint a rainbow when all I have for color is dirt? So this isn't a cry thing. This isn't a feel bad for Flint thing. We need to wake up. We need to move. We need to get at it. We need to make impact. And this is what Share the Keys is about. This is why I, Percivierre Whitmore, young black man, 20 years of age, still in college. I'm still trying to put this together, connect with the right people, and try to make this happen and make this work. Because guess what? Our time is coming. And we will. And we will win. And we will move forward and share keys and let these young people know in these urban communities. Guess what? You have a seat